Yeah, I'm sorry.
Do you want to cross-examine Queen Isabella?
Yes, he was. Why did you fund Christopher Columbus for his trip?
Because he promised me he would find the land.
Are you looking for anything besides land?
The expanding of Christianity.
When Christopher Columbus got back, did you receive anything?
I received money, gold.
Did you ask Christopher Columbus to bring back slaves?
No, I didn't.
What exactly did you tell Christopher Columbus?
I told him, he asked me to go, he asked me to fund his trip, which I did. And I told him that if he found new land, he would have to expand Christianity in the new land, new world.
Did you tell Christopher Columbus that this trip was primarily for the expansion of religion?
Objection, asked and answered. Can you restate your question?
Okay. Was there any inclination that this trip was specifically based on the ideology of religious expansion?
I wouldn't say that. He asked me to go, so if he was going, I told him that he would have to expand it. It wasn't specifically for that.
Did you tell him to apply the Bible rule?
I did.
How did, whose idea was it to break the Bible? And in the contents of the Bible, are you aware that it states that certain tactics may be enacted which allow for the slaughtering of individuals?
Yes, I'm aware of that. I'm aware that it does say that in the public rule, but it never came out of my own words. I never let him do what he did.
Objection, I'd like to see the evidence that states that. Where does it say that slaughtering is okay?
It says, countries who embrace the Christian religion do at any time let danger or hardship deter you therefrom. And then it also says that, and as your illustrious deeds already without regard to hardship, expenses, or danger with the shedding even of your blood are leading to that end.
But that does not say that slaughtering.
It's specifically translated the idea of slaughtering and tactic and ambiguity is allowed in the law.
Defense, can you
Could
present
both
your-
sides come up, please?
Yes.
A representative from the prosecution, please.
One of you guys go.
document specifically states the events that the prosecution is witnessing. What date, what possibility of witnessing?
Please sustain this objection.
May I continue?
Are you aware that Bo Savage, you forced her spirit? Can you elaborate on that?
I am aware of it. I didn't force him to do it.
Would you like, or how do you feel about that statement by the Pope that said that you were specifically forced, coerced into writing the article?
Well, I know that I didn't tell him to go on the video.
Are you saying that the Papa Bowl was a Pope's idea?
I don't know if it was his idea, but he wrote it.
So you had nothing to do with it?
I didn't.
Okay. Do you support Christopher Columbus's actions?
I don't.
Why did you support him financially?
Because I wanted him to go. I don't know what happened over there. I don't know what he did. So I can't really support him.
Did you ask Christopher Columbus to bring you back gold and jewels?
I didn't ask him. He was supposed to.
So did you fund both his first trip and his second?
Yes.
How did he know he was supposed to? You never told him.
He brought us back what he brought because the Pope was there to get some of the gold and money that he found, if he did. So he didn't find it, he wasn't gonna bring it back anything.
So did were you aware of anything like bad actions Christopher Columbus did after his first voyage?
No.
Okay. Would Christopher Columbus be able to go on the ship without your funding?
I don't know. He asked me. That's all I know. I wanted him and I don't know he could have gone.
Do you have evidence that he asked you?
I'm here.
Do you have any witnesses that will say that they heard him actions? Mary, continue.
You may continue.
Okay, so the question was, did you have any witness, anybody that witnessed him asking you?
Not either.
Okay, so did you give any Christopher Columbus any rules to abide by while he was at sea?
Excuse me? Repeat.
Did you give Christopher Columbus any rules to abide by while he was at sea? Anything he can or cannot do? So do the laws apply? Do the laws of the land apply to Christopher Columbus? they didn't apply to him. So is it often that you fund explorers and give them no laws or rules to listen to? So why did you pursue Columbus? Was there anything special about him?
He was the first person to come to me to explore, who actually thought that there was more land.
Okay, I just have a few more. Are you a religious person?
Yeah.
How's your relationship with God?
I don't understand the question.
Like, how is your relationship with him? Do you have a good relationship? How would you describe it?
I'm just very faithful.
Does your ruling and your, like, faith come together at any point? Or are they two separate things?
Very specific.
So, your kingdom and Catholicism. Can you say that?
Catholicism?
So your kingdom and what did you say? They don't intertwine anymore. Okay. So, you guys have-
Objection, calls for conclusion. So,
Wait,
Sustained, you may keep going.
I apologize. Could you clarify one of your statements for me, please? You state that this trip was specifically for the expansion of Catholicism, but yet you say that religious belief and the expansion of the kingdom are two complete different entities.
I never said it was a specific. I said that I told him that he should apply it. That's what I wanted, but it wasn't specifically that.
are you aware that you just said that you didn't give them anything to abide by? The rules?
You said rule, that's not rule.
Okay, but you told me you said abide by. Yeah. All right. Like, is it just right there? Like, try to okay, so during
Okay, Nate was kicked out for,
He was working
doing
on
origami.
Not actually. It's actually not listening. So if you are not doing that, our bailiff here will take you out. Thank
You should
you.
be taking notes, if anything. Otherwise, you're patiently listening. No drawing unless you're the card artist. No origami. No twiddling on your thumb. Nothing.
So I have one question about this. We have evidence here that states that you enacted a exile of Jews and Muslim religion due to the spreading of Catholicism. Now this evidence directly contradicts what you just said about the idea of how the government is run, separation of government and religion. So what do you have to say about that?
Okay. My rules are very different from my religion, or what I believe in. That was not my religion. That was
What was my religion?
what you just said about having an exile for a bunch of other religions. I wasn't just
But it was because of the spread of Catholicism that led to this event happening. So it was caused by an expansion of faith. It was an issue of
Yeah.
religion.
It wasn't my rules. It was my religion.
Are you aware that you were quoted to be a conqueror of other lands that would use war as a tactic, killing leaders, treaty, allies, trade, and even marriage, just to conquer more land? Okay, do you have, wait. So, has capitalism spread since you've been in office? But you don't have anything to do with that while you're, what made capitalism, how do you say that? How do you say it? Spread. What made that, how did that happen?
Because I helped.
You helped
So what? Yeah, I helped spread it.
Well, my only concern is that you just stated that there were two separate things.
It is. I'm not saying that it's my rules. I'm saying I'm spreading what I believe in.
So, do you force things upon other people?
No.
So how do you spread it?
By word. And they want to do it better than me.
So there's no consequences for anyone who doesn't.
Objection, badgering.
Sustained, may continue.
So there's no consequences for anyone who doesn't accept capitalism?
But then, from that point that you just made, the Jews and Muslims were exiled because they didn't choose to adhere to Catholicism. So, what do you have to say about that?
I'm trying to save them because there's no other way that you can get to heaven without being Catholic. Catholic is just mostly the only religion that Spanish speaking. That has nothing to do with them being Spanish.
So,
All in Spain, Catholic is the only religion. So, you just said that Catholicism is the only religion in Spain.
Mostly.
Any other questions?
Are you finished? This concludes the third day of trial against Christopher Columbus. We will continue tomorrow with
Yes, we will continue tomorrow with another witness in the prosecution? Court?